First, I want to tell you that what is resume or a CV. A resume is a 1 or 2 page summary of your skills, work experience and educational details. So resume is not as much longer as CV. Resume is only 1 to 2 page as I have written here, and it only contains your basic information, your skills, your work experience and your educational details. It is not lengthy, it is only 1 to 2 page, and it don't contains your information in details. Actually resume and CV are very much similar to each other, but in many countries they call it as resume, or in many countries they call as CV. So what is CV? CV is a curriculum vitae, which is a longer and a more detailed synopsis which contains information about individual skills, knowledge, goals, education and professional experience to describe person the best. So CV is a longer and detailed synopsis as written here, because it also contains information about individual skills, whatever skills he is having, or whatever goals he want to achieve, or whatever education he or she is having, or whatever work experience, professional experience. So it contains information in detail. So it is known as that longer and more detailed synopsis. So the both are very similar to each other, but there is only mild or slight difference between both of them. So a resume and CV are more or less similar to each other. So I'm explaining both these terms in one video. So next is important points to cover. What are the important points which you have to cover in your resume or a CV? So let us see one by one. First thing you should cover is name and contact details. Next, job objective or goal. Third is educational details. Fourth, work experience. Fifth, achievements and awards. Sixth is skills, reports, research and publications. Seventh is conferences and workshops. Eighth, training and certifications. Ninth, references. 10th is declaration. So these are the 10 important points which you have to cover in your resume or CV. I'll explain you one by one in detail. This is the chronological order in which I have written, so try to write in this order so that it will look more systematic and more easy for the interviewer to understand your information. First point is name and contact detail. This is very important point because your name will make you identify in mind of interviewer, and the contact details are necessary because if they select your resume or CV, they will contact you by your contact details. Okay. So first point is full name. Write your full name in your resume in top. Next, mobile number. Write your mobile number or any contact number, any phone number. So write it. Then write your mail ID, whatever mail ID you are having on Gmail, Yahoo Mail, anything. Just write your mail ID so that company can mail you. If they want to call you for an interview, they'll mail you their details, venue and all. Next is address. Write your temporary or permanent whatever address. On whatever address on which you are living currently, write your current address. Okay. So that company can communicate you through courier also. They can send you a call letter also. So write your current address. Okay. So these are the 4 points which are very important. You have to cover in your name and contact details. Full name, mobile number, email ID and address. Try to keep sequence as it is, as I have written here. Next is job objective or goal. Second point you have to cover in your resume is job objective. So I'll tell you which are the points you should keep in mind while writing your job objective or a goal. Career interest. In job objective, please mention your career interest, in which career you are interested, work environment, in which environment you want to work, and organization, in which organization you want to work. So cover these 3 points in your job objective. Okay. Next is educational details. This is very important section. This should be written after job objective. So in educational details, make tabulated form of educational information. Table should contain all required information like class percentage, school college name, university name, year of passing. Class sequence should be reversed as given below. First doctorate, next post-graduation, next graduation, then 12th or HSC, then 10th or SSC. So always write class sequence in reverse manner. Doctorate is the higher qualification, then comes post-graduation, then graduation. So whatever education you are having, write it in reverse order and make proper rows and columns in table. A column should contain your school college name, your year of passing, your class percentage. Okay. This should column should contain and row should contain this your education classes in reverse order. Okay. In this way, try to write your educational details properly in a tabulated format. Okay. Next point you should cover in your resume or CV is work experience, but this point is valid only for a experienced person. A fresher need not have to write about this. So write your work experience properly. First write name of company, then address of company, then your job designation, your period of job, your salary package which you're having while your job profile. So these are the 6 important points which you have to cover in your work experience. First write your company name, then address, then your job designation, then your time period, then salary, and then job profile. You should write your job profile in bit detail, that under which manager you are working or what is your job profile, what department you handle, what documentation you make. Write it properly. Okay. Next is skills reports, research and publications. Then next section you have to write is your skills, whatever skills you are having, IT skills or software skills, write it properly. Okay. In IT skills you can write any computer related courses you have done like Java, C++ or any operating system which you can work. Write your software skills like any languages you know, or write any computer knowledge, core skills, technical skills you can write. Project reports with title and description. Project report is necessary because you make project while your graduation or post graduation. So write your detail properly. Project title and project description. Okay, because this is very important because interviewer can get idea that how creative work you have done in your project. Then if you have doctorate, you can write your research work. You can write your publications. Okay. So in this way, cover this section. Next point is training and certifications. This is very important point. You should write it. Details of industrial training during graduation and post-graduation. So we all do graduation and we all do industrial training. So write the information about industrial training in detail. Cover some points like time period of training, name of industry where you have done this training, and address also. Then detail of certification because you are doing training in some topic. So certificate gives the information about this topic you have done training. So write detail of your certification which you have received by the industry. Okay. So in this way cover this section. Next is achievements and awards. This is very important point because interviewer whenever he will read your resume or CV, he will get idea that in which field you are master or in which field you are more active, you are more talented. So cover this section, achievements and awards. Academic achievement if you are having, if you have been topper in any class, college, post-graduation, write it, mention it. It will show your academic excellence. Sports, if you have achieved any awards in sport, write it. Cultural events, there are many cultural events while graduation, colleges, schools, write if you have achieved any award. Other activities also, if you have achieved award in any activity like paper presentation or any competition, write it. Any national level, state level, yeah, international level competitions, you can write if you have achieved any award or achievement you are having, write it. In this way you can cover these 5 sections. Write only that section in which you have achieved award. Okay. Next is conferences and workshops. This is very important point that if you have attained any conferences and workshops, write it. Okay, write every detail of attended conferences and workshops like name, period, location and little bit description. Okay, that what you have learned in that conferences and workshops. Then you can add your personal details. Personal detail is very important section because interviewer can get idea about you. First write your name, then write your date of birth. Date of birth is very important as interviewer will get idea about your age. Then whatever languages you know, write it. Hindi, Marathi, English, any foreign language like German, Spanish, French, write it. Then you write your permanent address because this is very important point because interviewer will get idea that from where place you belongs basically. Write your sex, gender, male, female. Then write your marital status that you are married or unmarried. Okay, so in this way write all these points in your personal details. Next and last point is references and declaration. Write a name, contact number, email of some references. You have to give minimum 2 references. Okay, references is important because interviewer will not be able to believe you whatever you have written in resume or CV, and he might contact any of reference and ask about you that how long you know this person and how is this person. So references are very important for companies. So write the name, write their mobile number or contact number, and write their email ID. References should be selected properly because references are very important persons who will describe you, and if they are unable to describe you the best, then it may reduce your chances to get selected in company. So select your references properly. References might be your college teacher, professor, or any manager under which you have worked in your last company. So select properly. In last declaration, that I do hereby declare that the information given above is true to the best of my knowledge with name, date, and place. Okay, so in last declaration is required because whatever information you have given above is true or not, you have to declare that in last in CV or resume. You have to write this statement that I declare that the information given above is true to the best of my knowledge, and in last write your date, place, and make your signature. Okay, make your signature above your name. So in this way, this last section should be covered, references and declaration. Hope you have understand it. Thank you for watching my video.